And getting ready. Suppose I should have done this before starting the stream. Bring up my stream manager quickly. All right. Now it's the new season, so I'm been relegated all the way down to silver rank again. So I thought it's time to maybe build some standard decks. So we're going to open a lot of packs today, and I would love some feedback and comments, chat about what ideas you might have. Let's start with the skull pack. See what we get. Vitali. Hate that creature. Myral's Shield of Argive. During the turn, your opponents can't cast spells or activate abilities of artifacts, creatures, or enchantments. Whenever Myral Shield of Argive attacks, create X 1/1 soldier, color soldier artifact, which the number of soldiers you control. That is pretty nasty. One ring to rule more. As a target enters after you draw your step, add a law counter, sacrifice after 3. The ring tempts you, then each player mulls cards equal to your ring bearer's power. Destroy non-legendary creatures. Each opponent is 1 life for each creature card in a player's graveyard. As the ring tempts you, you can emblem name the ring if you don't have one. When your emblem gains its next ability, you choose a creature you control to become or remain your ring bearer. Ring bearer is legendary, can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. Whenever your ring bearer attacks, draw a card and discard a card. Whenever your ring bearer becomes blocked by a creature that creature controls, sacrifice in combat. Whenever your ring bearer deals combat damage to a player, each opponent loses 3 life. Each opponent loses 3 life. Damn. And a delight to the halfling. There were toys the Hobbitron had never seen before, all beautiful and some obviously magical. 1 green to add 1 colorless or 1 mana of any color, only cost a legendary spell. Spell can't be counted. Nice. Okay. Well, let's go back to the older stuff. Xeric Strobe Knight. Flying Vigilance. 2/2 white and blue knight creature token with Vigilance. Activate only if you cast 2 more spells this turn. Phyrexian broke the laws of reality and invade the planes. On Xeric's reality merely bent around the invaders. Nice. Knight Errant of Eos. The Knight Errant of Eos enters the battlefield with the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal up to 2 creature cards with mana value X or less from among, where X is the number of creatures that convoke Knight Errant of Eos. Put the real cards into your hand, then shuffle. Okay, second rare. Etched Familiar. When Etched Familiar dies, each opponent loses life and you gain 2 life. That sounds familiar. Phyrexian Gargantua. When Phyrexian Gargantua enters the battlefield, you draw 2 cards and you lose 2 life. Of course, I'd rather it hadn't skin 6 of my best wizards, but as Nightmare Fuel goes, it's truly inspired design. Burning Sun's Fury. Convoke. Up to 2 target creatures each get +2/+0 and gain haste until end of turn. Ixalan greeted Phyrexia with Defiant Roar. Burning Sun's Fury. Okay, let's see what we got here. Lurus of the Dream Den. Companion. Each permanent card in your side deck is mana value 2 or less. Life once during each returns, you may cast permanent spell with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard. Can't believe it's my first Lurus. You know. Next, back. Corrupted Conviction, additional cost a spell, sacrifice a creature, draw 2 cards. Alright, let's just say reprint with a new name. Streetwise Negotiator, backup 1. This creature assigns combat damage equal to its toughness roll and its power. When this creature is able to put +1/+1 counter on target creature, if that's another creature, it also gains the ability to bring the lowest one at the end of turn. Like the rules of engagement always seem to blend in the broker's favor. What we get here? Inga and Issika. Creatures control vigilance and tap at 1 mana of any color. Nice. Spend this mana. I need to cast a creature spell. Whenever you cast a creature spell, if 3 or more mana from creatures or spent, cast a draw card. That is very nice. What else are we getting? Ascard Barons. Disturbing Conversion. Flash enchant creature. When disturbing conversion enters the battlefield, each player mills 2 cards. Enchanted creature gets -X/-0, where X is the number of cards in its controller's graveyard. Nice. Furnace Reigns. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature until end of turn. Gains haste when this creature deals combat damage to a player or battle. Create a treasure token. It's better than 1 cost +1, which only lets you gain control of creatures with power up to 3. Was it? Casting cost up to 3? Polychronos Reborn. Reach. Transform Polychronos Reborn, activating as a sorcery. Reach Lifelink. When Polychronos, Engine of Ruin, or another non-token Hydra you control dies, create a 3/3 green and white Friction Hydra creature token with Reach, and a 3/3 green and white Friction Hydra creature token with Lifelink. Wow. Wow. Freed from the underworld, the World Eater resumed his endless feast with reckless enthusiasm. How have I not read that before? Anyway, next. Let's see, Tetsuku Nzawa, Fugitive, which control card. Okay, again. I don't think I've had one of those before. Valdaran Thrillseeker. End is always nah. Let's have some fun. Backup 2. Sacrifice a creature, deals damage equals card to the target. Yeah, Invasion of New Capenna. When Invasion of New Capenna enters the battlefield, you must sacrifice an artifact or creature. When you do, exile target artifact or creature and opponent controls. Whenever you equip a creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature, and each other creature you control that shares a creature type with it. Holy! Ouch! Seed of Hope. Multi-cards. You may put a permanent card from among the multi-cards into your hand, you gain 2 life. Marina had given everything and asked for nothing. She deserved the monument, but the rest of the card window is all she would have wanted. Kenrith, the Returned King. Legendary creature and human noble. All creatures gain trample and haste. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Target player gains 5 life. Target player draws a card. Put target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under its owner's control. From Seeming Etherborn, Doji found the Phyrexian's essence fell, but every drop added an hour to their life. Lifelink. Assimilate essence. Counter target creature or battle spell unless control plays 4. If they do, you incubate 2. You have no viable escape effect. Seashore resistance except perfection. Very Borg-like. Scroll Shift. Birminash type is the only weapon she'd ever run out of. Lecture notes. Exile up to 1 target artifact creature or enchantment you control and return a battlefield inside control. Draw a card. Now the jury. Archpriest of Shadows. Backup 1, Death Touch. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to the player or battle, return target creature card from your graveyard. Oh my nice. 2 and 3. Yes. Okay, Invasion of Lorwyn. Destroy target non-elf creature, opponent control power X-List, X number of lands control. Excuse me, was I working late last night? When you forces power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. Rada Coalition Warlord. Domain. Whenever Rada Coalition Warlord becomes tapped, another target creature you control is +X until every turn, where X is the number of basic land types among lands you control. So max +5, okay. Those minus drones could never have defeated us. We are Kaldans. Etherblade Agent. Death Touch. 1 and 4. Transform Etherblade Agent. Activate only as sorcery. Gitaxian Mindstinger. Death Touch. Whenever Gitaxian Mindstinger deals combat to a player or battle, draw a card. The concept of color dash is always valued, particularly time for extracting information. And a War Historian. Reach. War Historian is indestructible as long as it attacked a battle this turn. All children of Kamigawa learn of the Kami War. Hostilities with beings from another reality were understood, and no time was wasted in disbelief. Ah! Oops. I've got it. Maybe I should flip the cards first. Okay. Barrel and Kari Zev. First Strike Menace. Looks like blue red's back on the table. Token legend creature Monkey Pirate. First mate Ragavan. Whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, you may cast a spell with lesser mana value that shares a card type protect from your hand without paying its mana cost. If you don't, create first mate Ragavan. Legendary 2/1 red Monkey Pirate creature that can gain haste until end of turn. Overus, blessed by the sun. Completed Huntmaster. Sacrifice another creature artifact, incubate 3. The Arms of Law and Sword Perfection, Etched Host of Blighted. And Windscarred Break. Okay. Ariksmith the Slumbering Owl. Slumbering Owl enters the battlefield tapped with 5 slumber counters on it. As long as it exists as slumber counters on it, it's a land, not a creature. Whenever you cast a spell, you may remove a slumber counter from Ariksmith. Add green, blue. Nice. Yoggle and Multani have very much vigilance. Mirror, shield, hoplite. Whenever a creature control becomes targeted with a backup ability, copy that ability. You might choose new targets for this copy. The triggers only once each turn. And the shield's gleaming surface directions or reflection of what it once had been and paused. Sunder the Gateway. Choose one. Destroy target non-token artifact or enchantment the opponent controls. Incubate 2. Or incubate 2, then transform and incubate the token you control. Redcap Heel Slasher. Backup 1, first strike. Buffalo was delighted to have an excuse to use the nice cutlery liberated from Edgewall. Okay, another Baral and Karizev. Renata called to the hunt. Renata spells and your devotion green. Each other creature controlled enters the battlefield with additional +1/+1 counter on it. Storm the Sea Core. Distribute 4 +1/+1 counters among up to 4 creatures you control. Creatures you control gain vigilance, trample, and end of turn. In that moment, the fate of countless worlds rested with one dryad and a handful of the bravest Meridian had to offer. Well, there's more back with that. Okay, vanquish the weak, destroy target creature power 3 or less. When attacks the first round, the people of Nukapena rejoiced at the sight of such a grand angel. Then the slaughter began. Order of the Mirror. 3 and 1. Transform Order of the Mirror, activate only as a sorcery. Order of the Basta Host. Whenever order the best hopes can block the check, which is much on so and then turn. Friction mana. The magic mirror of Ventress showed Katrina a twisted version of black oil and bloody machines. Okay, another Yargle Glutton and a Guardian of Giripur. Flying. When Guardian of Giripur enters the battlefield, except for one other target creature artifact you control with the battlefield that is under control, depending on the next end step. Sure. Don't tell me I'm building an angel deck as well. She was hoping for an incandescent bulk against target machines. Alright. March of the Machine Aftermath. The Gold Forged. Thopteryx. Flying Lifelink. Each legendary permanent you control is World 2. Worlds apart will T bolted by Sahili would have been proud of. Rocco's Street Chef. Okay. Beginning of each instep, each player exiles top of the library, and to the next instep, each player may play the card the exiles range. Whenever a player plays a land from exile, cost spell from exile, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature and create a food token. Coming in hot, target creature +1/+0 gains first strike on your turn. Scry 1 for 1. That is nice. Yeah, I have reconciled the airpath off with Chandra grinning crack of the knuckles. Nomadland Supreme. Oh, nice. Flying Hexproof from Monocolored. Each instant story street on engraved with exactly 2 colors as jump start. Whenever a creature becomes target of a spell or ability, destroy that creature. Robbie Death's Whale. That is so nice. I know what I'm building. Wherever it went, Death came to frictions and Kamikawans alike. Deification. As deification is battlefield, choose a planeswalker type. Planeswalkers you control the chosen type of hexproof. As long as you control a creature, if damage dealt to a planeswalker you control the chosen type will result in all warranted accounts have been removed. Instead, all but one of those accounts are removed. Next. Ooh, fresh gold. A multi-celebrant of bounty. Spells cost mana very 6 of great cascade. Woohoo! Okay, Edged Host Doombringer. When Edged Host Doombringer enters the battlefield, choose 1. Target opponent uses glove, you gain glove. Choose target battle. If your opponent protects it, remove 3 defense counters from it. Otherwise, put 3 defense counters on it. Enchant artifact of creature. Enchant opponent can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. Invasion Tree wasn't a conduit through which to breach planes. It was a living, writhing extension of Phyrexia's will. Blossoming Sands. The copper host brought a hideous mockery of new life to Amonkhet's death-cursed deserts. And the city upheaval and the growth. Distribute X +1/+1 counters among any number of target creatures control, where X is the number of creatures in your graveyard as you cast this. Wow. Creature control gains vigilance in your turn. Not overrun. Light shone and passed unnecessary for the first time in centuries. What do we get? Kahira the Orphan Guard. Each creature card in your starting deck is a cat, elemental, nightmare, dinosaur, beast, guard, vigilance. Each other creature controls is a cat, elemental, nightmare, dinosaur, beast gets +1/+1 and it has vigilance. Protocol Knight. When the Protocol Knight enters the battlefield, tap target creature and opponent controls, put a stun counter on a creature if you control another knight. Ingress without proper writ of extra planar intent, unacceptable. Harness Snubhorn. Vigilance. Whenever Harness Snubhorn deals combat damage to a player, return target artifact or enchantment card from the grave at the battlefield. Survivors put the strength of former war mouse to good use, clearing the rubble of it. And a Kiora, Sovereign of the Deep. Vigilance Ward 3, whenever you cast a Kraken, Leviathan, Octopus, or Serpent from hand, look at top X cards your library where X that spells mana value. You may cast a spell mana value less than X from among those without playing spell costs, for the rest of the bottom library in random order. That is actually quite nice. Actually very nice. Death Rattle Oni. A spell costs 2 less to cast for each creature that died this turn. When Death Rattle Oni enters the battlefield, show all other creatures that were dealt damage this turn. Bit expensive, but Janeth Runes. Add colors or put 2/1/1 counters on target non-human creatures that enter the battlefield this turn. Like on before, Janeth was reduced to a playground for Victoria's monsters. Yeah, Furtive Analyst, Vigilance, 2 tap, draw a card and discard a card. We're actually first seeing that symbols. You usually took such notes, but memory of it was like a fading nightmare. Animus Might. The spell costs 2 less to cast but targets a legendary creature you control. Target creature you control deals damage equal to twice the spell target creature or planeswalker you don't control. Or planeswalker. The creature was unlike any necessary scene, but she dealt with it as she would any threat. And a old, what was 7 to 15, 39, 38. Swiftwater Cliffs. Kaladesh's wondrous inventions and glowing ether were of utmost interest to Jin Cataxius and his chrome host. Echo Drinker. Exile Echo Drinker from your graveyard, incubate 2, activate only as a sorcery. What we get? Nahiri's Resolve. Zendikar is my home. Creatures to control get +1/+0 and have haste. We give you end step, exile any number of non-token artifacts and creatures you control with no response spell and your own control at the beginning of the next upkeep. Ral's Reinforcements. Create 2/1/1 blue and red elemental fish tokens. Good thing maintenance never got around to decatalyzing by thermic plasma displacement conduits. Damn, mouthful. Ayara, first of Lochthwain. Whenever you are first Lochthwain, no black creature in the battlefield you control, each point loses 1 life from gain 1 life. Sacrifice no black creature, draw a card. I prefer the original. This image just does not suit her at all. Okay, only the rare this time. Nurse's Resurgent Animist. Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, add 1 mana of any color. Then you first the second time the its resolve turn, reveal cast from the top of the library to reveal an alpha elemental card. Put the card in your hand and the rest of the library in random order. Sweet. Thermaret chosen from death. Thermaret toughness equal to devotion black. 1/1. Exile up to 2 target cards from graveyards. You gain 1 life for each creature you exile this way. And another Nehru's Resolve. Vlog and Nasari. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player exiles cards from the top of the library until exile a non-land card. If an opponent chooses a non-land card exiled this way, you may cast 2 spells from among the other cards exiled this way without paying the mana costs. Okay, so the opponent chooses one of the 2. And you cost the other one free of charge. Okay. Zoda the Dawn Waker Companion. Each permanent card in your starting deck is an activated ability. Abilities activate on and abilities cost 2 less to activate. This effect contributes to mana in the cost less than 1 mana. 1 tapped of which can't block this turn. What's the requirements? Oh, yeah. Okay. Zada Hedron Grinder. Whenever you cast an internal sorcery spell that targets only Zada, Hedron Grinder, copy the spell for each other creature you control that the spell could target. Wow. Wow. For each other creature you control, the spell could target. Each copy targets a different one of those creatures. And because it's a copy, Tulat was able to fully realize the explosive magical potential of Hedrons. Now Jolrael, Voice of Self-Bear. Okay, last one from the set. What we got? A cart sail. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has flying. Equipped 2. Just like dodging stampedes in the Makindi trenches back home. Womp Rats. Spark Rupture. Okay, now onto the Lord of the Rings decks. Sets. Packs. There we go. Nasty End. As an additional cost, cast the spell, sacrifice a creature, draw 2 cards. Sacrifice creature's legendary, draw 3 instead. And that's the end of that. A nasty end for Saruman. And I wish I knew have seen it, but it's good riddance. Pippin's Bravery. Instant. You may sacrifice food. If you do, target creature gets +4/+4 until the end of the turn. Otherwise, creature gets +2/+2 until the end of the turn. Pippin stepped upwards and the written blade of western knees pierced through the hide and went deep into the vital control. With the escape, draw a card, the ring tempts you. As Wolf finished his speech, he slipped the ring on his finger. Olaghai Crusher. Trample. Olaghai Crusher can't block unless you control the goblin or orc. Trolls were abroad, no longer dull-witted, but cunning and armed with dreadful weapons. Shower of Arrows. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying and scry 1. I wish there was more of your kin among us, Gimli, but even more would I have given for 100 good archers of Mirkwood. We shall need them. Legolas. Elrond, Lord of Rivendell. Whenever Elrond, Lord of Rivendell, or another creature enters the battlefield under control, scry 1. Thus, the second time this ability has resolved, this turn, the ring tempts you. This the Owl of the Shaftfolk, when they arise from the quiet fields to shake the towers and counsel the great. Who of all the wise could have foreseen it? Well, the Grey Havens. When the Grey Havens enter the battlefield, scry 1, add colors, or 1 mana of any color, among legendary. Okay. Where dwelt Curdon the shipwright, and some say he dwells there still, until the last ship sets sail into the west. And Merry, Esquire of Rohan. Haste. Merry, Esquire of Rohan has first strike as long as it's equipped. Whenever you attack the Merry and another legendary creature, draw a card. Then suddenly Merry felt it at last, beyond doubt, a change. Wind was in his face. Surrounded by orcs. Amass orcs 3. Then target player mulls X cards with X to the amassed army's power. Wow. Lothlorien Lookout. Whenever the Lothlorien Lookout attacks, scry 1. That was the custom of the Elves of Lorien. Ooh! Excuse me, cold and a late night working. Therefore, they were called Galdarin, the tree people. Shelob's Ambush. Target creature gets +1/+2 and gains death touch on the end of turn. Create a food token. As Rider ran forward, eager, rejoicing to be free, Shelob with hideous speed came behind and stung him in the neck. Now, it doesn't quite make sense for the title of the card. Bag End Porter. Whenever Bag-End Porter attacks, gets +X/+X until the end of turn, where X is the number of legendary creatures you control. Dwarf's tongues run on when speaking of their handiwork, they say. Erwin, Lady of Rohan. At the beginning of combat in your turn, target creature gains your choice of first strike or vigilance at the end of turn. The creature is equipped against first strike and vigilance at the end of turn instead. Equip abilities. Activate costs 1 less to activate. Nazgul. Creature Wraith Knight. Only a 1/2. When Nazgul enters the battlefield, the ring tempts you. Whenever the ring tempts you, put a +1/+1 encounter in each. Oh, okay. That would do it. Wraith control. They can have up to 9 cards named Nazgul. Wow. Okay, that could be interesting. Banghorn Tree Shepherd. Tree folk you control vigilance. Whenever one or more tree folk you control attack, add twice that much green. You don't lose unspent green mana as steps and phases end. I'm an ant. Fanghorn is my name according to some. Treebeard, others make it. Nazgul deck. Just repeating my follies of my rat deck. The Torment of Golem. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. Play, discards that card, amass orcs 2. In order, all that he knew was forced from. Lorien revealed. Draw 3 cards, island cycling 1. 1, discard, search your library for iron card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle. Look on us now with friendly eyes, behold the trees of the Knight of Lorien, and be glad. Halber. Lost to Legend. Put target non-land historic permanent into its owner's library, 4th from the top. And as we seal the ruling ring, pass out all of all knowledge. And Londraval, Horizon Witness. Flying. Whenever 2 or more creatures you control attack a player, target attacking creature without flying gains flying on your turn. He passed over Udun and Gorgoroth and saw all the land in ruin until an below beneath him, and before him Mount Doom blazing, pouring out his fire. And I got Gimli, Mournful Avenger. Gimli, Mournful Avenger is indestructible as long as 2 or more creatures die under your control this turn. That's strange. Whenever another creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 count on Gimli. When this ability resolves 3rd time turn, Gimli fights for 1 target creature you don't control. Oh, okay, that explains it. So fight back. Alright. Transmit Elves. When you scribe, put a +1/+1 counter on Transmit Elves. This ability triggers only once each turn. It is said, cannot elves counts with they also both no and yes. Why would Frodo say that? Deceive the Messenger. Target creature gets -3/-0 until end of turn and mass orcs 1. I can see this becoming a problem. What the flavor text? Kill Gandalf, he must seek my aid at once. Swamp Cycling. Troll of Khazad-dûm. Troll Khazad-dûm can't be blocked by 3 or more creatures. Swamp Cycling 1. Great Coat Troll, I think there's no hope of escape that way. Again. Witching Leechcraft. Hey, Scotty. Yeah, sorry, I was so busy reading and last checked my chat in a while. Yeah, I'm good, I just died. Last night, after spending a full day working, the guys in the States decided that changes need to be made to some of the products. Anyone who's watching this, Wizards of the Coast are running a sale starting Monday on 5e products. I haven't got the list with me right now. Give me a second. See if I can pull it up. We've got Curse of Strahd, Player's Handbook, Tasha's Cauldron, The Monster Manual, Xanthar's Guide to Everything, Waterdeep Dragon Heist, Storm King's Thunder, Eberron, rising from the last war. Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden. Baldur's Gate, ascending to Avernus. Tomb of Annihilation. Dungeon Master's Guide. Waterdeep Dungeons of the Mad Mage. Tales from the Yawning Portal. Explorer's Guide to Wildemont. Ghosts of Saltmarsh. Mordenkainen presents Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica. Candlekeep Mysteries. Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide. Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Essential Skit Bundle. Fizban's Treasury of Dragons. Out of the Abyss. Van Richter's Guide to Ravenloft. Mythic Odysseys of Theros. Princes of the Apocalypse. Spelljammer Adventures in Space. Strixhaven, a Curriculum of Chaos. Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon. And Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel. All go on sale via Drive-Thru RPG. So you can buy your Roll20 products on Drive-Thru RPG. And I had to sit up until, oh, well, I didn't have to, but I wanted to get it done so I don't forget. Up until around 2 o'clock this morning, making changes to product descriptions to make them more friendly. So, yeah, it was an entertaining night and a long morning. You cannot boss. Destroy target creature that blocked or was blocked by a legendary creature this turn. It raised the whip and the thongs whined and cracked. Fire came from its nostrils, but Gandalf stood firm. Ooh, I got the ring! Legendary artifact. Hey, Scotty, I got the ring! Yeah, and they're discounting that entire product list for Roll20. So that's going to be entertaining. I'm actually planning on making a proper broadcast about it tomorrow, along with some other roleplay related information. A couple of new products coming out from people, a couple of new services from different virtual tabletops that I'll be mentioning, just for people who haven't found them yet. The One Ring, indestructible. When the One Ring enters the battlefield, if you cast it, you gain protection from everything until the next turn. At the beginning of your upkeep, you use 1 life for each burden counter on the One Ring. Put a burden counter on 1 ring, and then draw a card for each burden counter. Ooh. Nice buff. But yeah, it doesn't have flash. But I got the One Ring. Okay. Hobbit Sting. Hobbit Sting deals X damage to target creature, where X is the number of creatures you control plus number of foods you control. 1 for the Shire, cried Aragorn. The Hobbit's bite is deep. You have a good blade, Frodo, son of Drogo. The Shire Terrace. Search life for a basic land card, put on the battlefield tapped, and shuffle. Everything looked fresh, and the new green of spring was shimmering in the fields. Wizard's Rockets. Wizard's Rockets enter the battlefield tapped. Sacrifice Wizard's Rockets, add X mana of any combination of colors. When Wizard's Rockets are put into the battlefield, draw a card. Oh, that is nice. Claim the Precious. Destroy target creature. The ring tempts you. I think it is a sad story. It might have happened to others, even to some hobbits that I've known. Gandalf. Ithilien Kingfisher. Flying. When Ithilien Kingfisher dies, draw a card. After their reunion, the hobbits spent many days in Ithilien. The stream that flowed from the falls of Henneth unknown could be heard in the night as it rushed down through its rocky gate. We have Faramir, the field commander. At the beginning of the end step, if a creature died under your control this turn, draw a card. Whenever the ring tempts you, if you chose a creature other than Faramir, field commander as your ring bearer, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Now, why would I want to make Faramir Ring bearer. That's just asking for trouble. Pippin, God of the Startle. Vigilance Ward 1. Another token which you control gains protection from the card type of your choice at the end of turn. Yeah, this will feel to Gondor until my lord release me or death take me. Sam's Desperate Rescue. 1 black. Return to a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. The ring tempts you. Oh, okay. By all the signs, there's large warrior leaves with an elf board and an axe as well, maybe. Gorbag spat. Sam smiled grimly as the description of himself. Okay, that wasn't in the movie. Snarling Warg. As long as you control Goblin or Orc, Snarling Warg gets +1/+0. The shuddering howl broke from him as if he were a captain summoning his back to assaults. Protector of Gondor. When Protector of Gondor enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Orcs were digging deep trenches in a huge ring, just out of bowshot to the walls, while the men of Minas Tirith looked on, unable to hinder him. Bombadil's Song. Target creature control gets +1/+1 and gains hexproof until end of turn. The ring tempts you. Hey doll, merry doll, ring-a-dong, dollo. Ring-a-dong, hop along, fell the willow. Tom bomb, jolly Tom bombadillo. Alrighty, Grond the Great Gatebreaker. As long as your turn you control army, Grond the Gatebreaker is an artifact creature. Crew 3. Yeah, so if you don't even need to crew it if you've got, you know. Ooh. When Voracious Foul Beast enters the battlefield, each opponent sacrifices a creature. Bit on the expensive side, but hey. Create a food token for each creature sacrifices away. I don't think this is what they had in mind when I said food token. Food tokens, but anyway. What do we get? Goldberry. River Daughter. Move a counter of each card not on Goldberry, River Daughter, from another target permanent you control onto Goldberry. Move one or more cards from Goldberry onto another target permanent you control. If you do, draw a card. Each card not on Goldberry, River Daughter, from another you control. Okay. Fear nothing, for tonight we are under the roof of Tom Bombadil. What's next? Yeah, for those of you watching, if you spot any cards that you think would make a great deck, work well in a deck, I am planning on building a, what do they call, a standard deck. Don't even know what they call it these days. So any advice or hints in chat would be great. Woe's Pathfinder. Add 1 mana of any color. Another target creature gets +3/+3 and gains trample in turn. The road is forgotten, but not by wild folk. Over hill and behind hill it lies still under grass and tree. Wild folk will show you that road. Slip on the ring. Exile target creature you own, then return to the battlefield under your control. The ring tempts you. Wow, had it come to be on his finger? You wonder if the ring itself had not played him a trick. Cast into the fire. Choose one. Cast into the fire deals 1 damage each of up to 2 target creatures, exile target artifact. But for Gollum, I could not have destroyed the ring, so let us forgive him, for the quest is achieved and now all is over. Haunt of the Dead Marshes. When Haunt of the Dead Marshes enters the battlefield, scroll 1. Return Haunt of the Dead Marshes from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Activate only if you control a legendary creature. You should not look in when the candles are lit. Shy Scarecrow. Add 1 mana of any color, activate only once each turn. How bright your garden looks. Ranger's Firebrand. Ranger's Firebrand deals 2 damage to any target the ring tempts you. Born upon a wind. You may cast spells turns though they flash. Draw a card. I looked on Aragorn and thought how great and terrible a lord he might have become had he taken the ring for himself. Not for naught does mortal fear him. Legolas. And I seem to have just lost a viewer. Not wanting to give me hints, or just not interested in watching me open packs for the next age. Uruk-hai Berserker. When Uruk-hai Berserker enters the battlefield, the ring tempts you. What of the dawn, we are the Uruk-hai. We do not stop the fight. The fight for night or day, for fair weather or for storm. We come to kill by sun or moon. What of the dawn? Greyhaven's Navigator. Flash. When Greyhaven's Navigator enters the battlefield, scry 1. It was an old tradition that beyond the Shah stood the Greyhavens, from which all at times elven ships set sail, never to return. Horse of the Brunnen. Return up to 2 target creatures in the owner's hand, scry 1. The ring tempts you. The black horses were full of madness, and leaping for terror they bore the riders into the rushing flood. Full of Gilgalad. Scry 2. Put 2+1/+1 counters on target creature control. Until end of turn, target creature control gains. When this creature dies, draw 2 cards. Then that creature fights up to 1 other target creature. Ooh. Battle-scarred Goblin. Whenever a battle-scarred Goblin becomes blocked, it deals 1 damage to each creature blocking it. An orc stop Balin from behind a stone. He slew the orc, but many more came. Nimble Hobbit. Whenever Nimble Hobbit attacks, you may sacrifice a food or pay 3. When you do, tap target creature and opponent controls. Roughly, you need too little of Hobbits to understand his peril will foolishly decide to fight. Revive the Shire. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand and create a food. In the party field, a beautiful young sapling leapt up. It was indeed a Malorn, and it was the wonder of the neighborhood. Grima Wormtongue. Your opponents can't gain life. Sacrifice another creature, target player loses 1 life. If the sacrifice creature was legendary, amass orcs 2. Do not worry yourself with attacks too heavily or strength. Let others deal with those irksome guests. And Alron, Master of Healing. Whenever you scry, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to X target creatures with X the number of cards looked at while scrying this way. Whenever a creature controls a +1/+1 counter, when it becomes a target of a spell or ability and opponent controls, you may draw a card. Sweet. Lord of the Rings. Okay. Gimli's Axe. Equipped creature gets +3/+0. As long as the equipped creature is legendary, it has menace. Rise of the Witch King. Each player sacrifices a creature. If you sacrifice a creature's way, you may return another permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, nice. Inroad the Lord of the Nazgul, and I'm definitely building a Nazgul deck. Inroad the Lord of the Nazgul under the archway that no enemy had ever yet passed, and all fled before his face. And I forgot to flip the rare. It was just green anyway, so let's flip that before I forget again. Fanghorn Tree Shepherd again. Meriadoc Brandybuck. Whenever one or more things you control attack a player, create a food token. My dear old hobbit, you don't allow for the inquisitiveness of friends. I've known about the existence of the ring for years. Brandywine Farmer. When Brandywine Farmer enters or leaves the battlefield, create a food token. Your land must be a realm of peace and content, and there must be gardeners in high honor. Mordor Master. You draw a card and lose 1 life. Amass Orcs 1. That's the first time I've seen Amass Orcs 1. All the others have been 2 or 3. Orcs, thousands of orcs. Now hobbits mustn't go to those places. Gollum. Pillager Survivor. Add 1 mana of any color. Spend as many only cast an instant or sorcery spell. I almost said infant. Target player mulls 3 cards. The courses are upon us. Back to the walls. Back to the city before all are overwhelmed. Owen's Gift. The spell costs 1 less to cast if you control 2 or more legendary creatures. Wear this now in memory of Elfstone and Evenstar, with whom your life has been woven. Okay, Foul Thunk. Destroy target artifact or land, more land destruction. Go to hell. Creature without flying can't block this turn. Barricade was captured to the F by Thunderbolt. Gimli, counter of kills. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, Gimli counter of kills deals 1 damage to that creature's controller. 21, cried Gimli. He hit a two-handed stroke and laid the last off for his feet. Now I can't pass the Master Legolas. Since when? Quick Beam Upstart Ent. Whenever Quick Beam Upstart Ent or another Chief Rock enters the battlefield under control, the 2 target creatures get +2/+2 and gain trample until end of turn. This is only a nickname, of course. They have called me that ever since I said yes to an Elder Ent before you finish his question. And the ring goes south. The ring tempts you. Then reveal cards from top of the library and you reveal X land cards with X number of legendary creatures you control. Put those land cards onto the battlefield tapped and the rest on the bottom of the library in the random order. Okay, so if I build a ring deck, it's definitely going to be almost all legends. And it's going to be pretty rough. Hello, new viewer. Look, if you aren't following already, and they're gone already. If you aren't following already, do me the favor and hit that follow button. I still need 24 more followers before I can make something of this channel. Nimrodal Watcher. Whenever you scry Nimrodal Watcher gets +1/+0 until end of turn, they can't be blocked turn. This ability triggers only once each turn. But there are some of us still who go abroad for the gathering of news and the watching of our enemies. Hold there. Galadriel Bow. Flash. When Galadriel Bow enters the battlefield, attach the target creature control, untap that creature. The equipped creature gets +1/+2 and has reach. Very nice. Westfold Rider. Sacrifice Westfold Rider, destroy target artifact or enchantment, activate only as a sorcery. The orcs are greater in number than we count on. Great orcs also before the white hand of Isengard. Mirror of Galadriel. 5 taps, draw 1, then draw a card. This ability costs 1 is to activate for each legendary creature. Yeah. Definitely need to build with mountains of legendary creatures in mind. The quest stands upon the edge of a knife. Stray but little and will fail to the ruin of all. Yet hope remains while all the company is true. And almost forgot to flip that. Glamdring. Nice. Equipped creature has first strike and gets +1/+0 for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard. Trample, here we come. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you may cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand with mana value less than equal to that damage out. Oh my god. 2/3 to equip. I'm thinking Hydra deck. Okay. Lost back. Coral's End. An additional cost to cast a spell, discard a card. Draw 2 cards and create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. It is a joy to us to see returning into your own. Yoma. Eoreth of the Healing House. Untap another target permanent. Untap 2 other target legendary creatures. I've been too busy with this and that to heed all the crying and shouting. All I hope is that those murdering devils do not come into this house and trouble the sick. Okay. And another fall of Gil-galad. Time to build a deck. But first, a word from my sponsor. No, actually, first I am going to take a bathroom break and make myself a fresh cup of tea so I can concentrate through this. Don't forget to hit follow, and I will be back in just a moment. Back. Thanks for sticking around, Scott. Appears I've lost the rest of my viewers. I think maybe I should end the stream there, and we can deck build next time around. I feel like playing some games anyway. Ah, viewer back. Hi there. If you're not following yet, please do click that follow button. Let's see, who is in chat at the moment? Forty-seven Vress, don't recognize that name. Capsnet, Qatar. Lurks is around, but lurking doesn't count. Okay, folks. Deck building next session rather than now. I'd really like to have some user input on it before I get started on that. Let's see, what do we need? Attack 30 creatures, cost 30 blue or black spells, and cost 20 blue or green spells. I think I shall play some Magic, but not right now. Maybe this evening after my scheduled stream. Now, until then, take care out there.